Feeling we're back again, Over the Octagon podcast, back with another episode with some very special guests joining us from Red Seal Muay Thai. We have Shaun Schubert, and Shaun, you brought two of your fighters with us this evening. Why don't you introduce them for everybody?
I got young gun Kev Goncalo and Aaliyah Dorval sitting to my left, maybe to the right on your screen. I don't know.
Yep.
You know, here they are.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on and talking with us. We appreciate it. Anybody that watches our show knows anything fighting we're into, whether it be the Muay Thai, the mixed martial arts. Joel's been watching the NCAA wrestling championships all day. Anything like that we're into. So if you're watching this now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave us a comment. Make sure to look out for these two up-and-comers as they go. But let's get into it. So you guys have some up-and-coming fights. You train Muay Thai. You train at Red Seal at Shaun's gym, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, Kev, let's start with you. So you are going to be in my backyard, actually, in April. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that and what that event is and what you're going to be doing there?
So I'm going to be fighting at the Grand National under USA Muay Thai. And it's a tournament for the spot on the U.S. team. And you go overseas to fight in the World Games.
And I was looking into this a little bit. Where are the World Games?
We don't know. We've heard they're in Thailand. They could be in Thailand or Greece.
Or Greece.
Oh,
that's what I saw.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's a pretty big opportunity then you got coming up. And how are you feeling going into that? I was about to say,
how are you feeling going into it?
I'm feeling really well. I've had a really long camp because I was supposed to have 2 fights from when I started my camp, and one of them got canceled, and the other one, both of them got canceled. So I've had a long camp going into this, and I'm feeling ready.
Feeling ready.
So Coach Shaun's got you going.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah, man. We're making a man out of him. He's fighting 2 kids, both international kids. One looks like he's fighting under the Mexican flag, and the other kid's fighting under the Russian flag. So we're going to be waving the red, white, and blue. You know what I mean?
There we go.
Is this
USA, baby?
Is this not the United States Muay Thai Grand Nationals? What other flags are we repping here? I don't understand. What's going on over there?
Uh-huh.
That just means you got to take home the gold and then go over there to the other countries and let them know who you are, you know?
Yeah, that's right. We're Thailand or Greece, wherever it is, doesn't matter. You know, Red Seal, we coming through. Doesn't matter where it's at.
Love
All right,
that.
so Aaliyah Dorval, I say that right?
Dorval.
Dorval.
Close.
We heard the right way to say Kev's name, and honestly, I'm gonna mess his last name up, so I'm not even gonna say it. I already know, like I know how to say it, but I just know as soon as it comes out of my mouth, it's gonna be wrong. So I'm just not even gonna attempt. And I'm the one on this show. If you can ask him, that's actually good at saying names. So I'm not.
Yeah, I'm the worst.
So don't ask him. But so Aaliyah, we were looking into Warriors Cup. Now, are you fighting under the Warriors Cup promotion soon?
Yes, I am.
And when is that? So the only thing I could find on them was an event in April. Have they not really announced like anything for May yet?
Not that I have seen, no. I've only seen April so far.
Okay, and when are you planning on fighting under that banner, I guess?
May 10th is the next Warriors Cup after April.
Nice.
And are they where is that event?
It's in the Melrose Ballroom in Queens,
New York.
Yeah.
Queens, New York. Okay.
Oh man, we're everywhere.
Yes,
So
sir.
so we got 2 events. So anybody that loves Muay Thai like we do, the U.S. Nationals are going to be in Hockessin, Delaware, of all places. I don't know why. I'll tell
you why. They let it fly in Delaware. That's what's going on over there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, word on the street is that a lot of the promotions that are like close to close to the border from like Philly, New York, that kind of area, like they'll go down to Delaware because the rule sets and the
Like the
commissions are
commission
more
and all that
lenient.
stuff.
Yeah. State to state, you'll get different commissions, different kind of rule sets, different approaches to the sport. Leniencies and regulations, all kind of bureaucracies, whatever it is. So there's just a lot more leniency in Delaware.
So how do you feel about that as a coach? I mean, is that a positive?
Oh man, it would be really cool if everybody could get their stuff together and
Sure.
but like you got 50 states. This place is a huge country.
Right.
Muay Thai is really like still making its way over here. There's a lot of controversy between how the Thais approach it, score it, play the game. Same thing with the Aussies and some of the guys in England versus what we're doing here in America. I mean, we're definitely on the cusp of making some big breaks, but it's definitely still new here. We're still getting our act together. Some of the states are missing a lot of the Muay Thai stuff, if it's even kind of like scratching the surface in some of these areas where, some other parts of the country, the New York, New Jersey, Philly area, they've been doing Muay Thai for a long time around here,
Right.
versus like, bringing it across the country, going down south, going like, in the Midwest, up like, the Canadian border states, like, you're getting like into smaller populations. You're probably doing less Muay Thai, more boxing, more MMA.
Sure.
Stuff. Going to be more prevalent,
Sure.
I did want to know. So like in this, like, I guess that age group of Muay Thai, is there like limitations to the strikes that they're allowed to throw? Is it, knees, kicks, jabs only, or no elbows, or how does that kind of work
For
in
sure.
that age group?
The U.S. Muay Thai stuff actually gives the kids the most ability to fight full rules. Aaliyah just fought in Delaware actually, and fought full rules. She fought full rules, elbows, knees, the whole gamut. They wore protective headgear and
Sure.
chest protection, stuff like that. But she was fighting full rules, everything but knees to the head. But they were doing elbows to the head,
Nice.
knees everywhere. So Kev's going to be fighting just about full rules. He'll still be padded up, but he's going to be doing everything except for elbows. They cut the limit at
Gotcha.
15. So, but another 2 years, he'll be doing elbows. Same thing, like full
Kev,
rules.
are you itching to hit one of those or what? Are you stewing over there? Like, man, I can't wait.
I'm waiting.
Is it still something you guys train though, throughout, the growth of growing more through the sport, I guess? Is that something that you guys are implementing in your training just until that time comes?
Yeah, big time. There's a lot of amateur stuff that's happening around here.
Sure.
Where they're letting the amateurs do the elbow game. So kids doing it, the amateurs doing it in the classes, the programming that we're running here for them to start learning the game, learning the skills. We're obviously implementing that right away, making sure they do that.
Awesome.
Kevin's been to Thailand once. We're looking to get him
Sweet.
sponsors and get him back there so he can take a fight regardless of what happens in April. We're trying to get him back overseas, get him some more pro experience, some training over there, see what can happen. So
That's
anybody
cool.
looking to sponsor Young Gun Kev, shout
There you
out.
go.
You
Yeah,
have
get
now. I
sponsor.
saw on Instagram. We'll give you a second. So you have a sponsor now, right?
He got his first sponsor. He's with Jack Dams. They're actually out of Maryland. Girl named Meg Carpenter sponsored both of these guys actually got
Awesome.
sponsored by Jack.
And it's jam, like
It's-
homemade jam.
Yeah.
I'm
Sweet.
in. I'm in.
Yeah.
It's
Sign
delicious.
me up.
Awesome.
Delicious. Yeah.
It's delicious.
You just saying that because they're sponsors? Or is it
Yeah.
actually
What's
good?
the real review?
Real reviews. Cycle and citrus. It hits different. I'll tell you that.
There you go.
Cycle and citrus. Give you some of that.
So let
Sponsor
me
Young Gun Kev.
pivot a little bit. We'll keep it in the fighting, but just I mean, I know there's probably a lot of parents, a lot of people that are curious from your kids' perspective, from Kev and Aaliyah. How did you get into Muay Thai? Right? It's definitely not, I'd say, a traditional sport you would see a lot of kids kind of getting into. I know me and him, think it's great. We try to get our kids into it, know what I mean? But it's definitely, people are playing soccer and baseball and football. Do you play other sports? How'd you get into this? I mean, Kev, you go first and then Aaliyah.
So I got into Muay Thai because of my dad.
Sweet.
He was searching to do a sort of combat sport. He didn't know what. And he settled on Muay Thai. And he started for about 6 months. And then I was starting to I didn't know anything. I started to throw kicks at him, stuff like that. And then I started. We found a gym that did kids, and I started.
That's awesome.
Aaliyah, what about you? How did you get into Muay Thai?
So my brother started here before I did, and I would come to classes and just sit and watch. And there actually was this girl that was doing the kids, teen, adult program here, and at one of our parties we do here, I came and she was like, "Oh, you should really come and do it. You'll have so much fun." Took it into consideration, and I tried a class, and honestly, from that point on, I fell in love with it.
Yeah, I'm interested too. What about other sports? Have you guys played other sports?
Yeah.
And what did you play? What were you into, before kind of getting deep into the Muay Thai game?
Okay. So before this, and even while I was training, I played basketball, baseball, and soccer. And then as I started fighting more and more and getting bigger and bigger fights, I started playing less and less sports and focusing on this as my main sport. So now it's just this, and I'm training here 6 days a week.
That's awesome.
Find what you love.
Ain't that the truth?
I was doing this with basketball on top of it, and then it started getting a lot with all that, and I started to get better with fighting, and I kind of pushed basketball aside and was like, this is my sport.
I love that.
Awesome. Yeah. And right now, I mean, I could be wrong, but you guys help or coach the youth classes, is that right? That's cool. You guys get into something sports, and now you're assisting and helping grow the other kids out there as well.
So you guys just living in that gym or what? Shaun, you got cots back there for these kids?
Yo, these mats are comfortable.
Not lying, they are.
He spent so much time on the floor, I think he liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear it all the time, though. If you listen to fighter stories, guys who are in the UFC, girls in the UFC, you talk to them about their growth through their progress. 90% of the time they're living in that gym just to grow their art and get to where they're at. So it wouldn't surprise me if you do have beds or something back there for everyone to live in. So
comfortable, man. We got everything you need here. We could camp out for a couple days.
So let me ask you this then. You guys, Aaliyah, you're 16. Kev, how old are you?
I'm 13.
13. And then, so what are your guys' kind of aspirations in the sport? I mean, give me your wildest dream, right? Give me the top of the top. I don't give me, there is no unrealistic dreams or goals, right? Give it to me.
Speak it to the mic, Kevin. Tell them what you want.
Manifest it. Speak it into an existence.
The one thing that I really want is I want to be the youngest fighter in one championship, but a little bit younger than Shaun Gonzalo. He got in when he was 16, and I'm trying to beat that, even by the littlest bit, even by a month.
Yeah, a month.
That's awesome,
dude.
That's an awesome dream. We love one. So I mean, if there's any organization out there that just has grasped the sport of Muay Thai, it's one championship. So that's a pretty awesome goal to have. And I mean, we're right there for you, man. We're rooting for you to get there. So hopefully that does work out. That's cool.
And you, young lady?
Mine would probably be fighting on one if I get there. I mean, the goal is to definitely try and fight there with the higher fighters.
Yeah.
Because right now, what, Stamp Fairtex, she's the one Atomweight champ, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I like their bantamweight champ, the guy from England.
Who is it? We just watched him the other day. You talking about the really tall guy?
He's disgusting. He's so good. He's so good. But so, all right. So one championship is the big dream. I love that. So then now what's the pathway? I mean, what's kind of your vision, right? Like, how do we get to that point? We win U.S. Nationals, right? We go to Thailand. We beat up everybody.
We got to get to Thailand.
No matter what.
No matter what.
The goal every year is to get to Thailand.
That's right.
Hey, serious, if y'all are listening to this episode, let's get some sponsors and let's get this guy to Thailand.
Let's get this shit
that's
over
the
there.
goal. So.
Yeah.
We went there last year. Kev was on my first group tour to Thailand. I've been out there finding some places, making some connections, and then last year I brought a group of people out. Kev was one of 12 other cats that came out there, and we got really comfortable with some of the guys at Fairtex. A lot of the one champions are fighting out of there.
Mm-hmm.
We have made a lot of good plans to go back there annually. So if we can get some things going where we can line stuff up, we can get a couple of things happening. We could stay there for a month, maybe two. Who knows what's going on in the future? Get this kid some fights out there, start getting him some experience at a pro level, because even the kids over there are fighting at a pro level. There's no back elbows or put pads on them. His parents are fully supporting. Like, his dad's trying to get back there too. Like, we're having a good time, so we're trying to.
Heck, you sent that message to us. You were trying to get me off the couch and come out there. I'm like, man, dude, this guy's trying to get me kick off the dust, man. It's been like 10 years.
It's a good
I saw that message. I was like, dang, bro.
Could be happening.
We should do this,
The dates are locked in right now, August 12th to the 21st at Fairtex in Pattaya, Thailand. So
let me ask you this. I mean, you guys both obviously are still in school, right? I would hope, right? Like, we're not dropped out of school yet at this point. We like to call ourselves the official degenerate podcast of combat sports and MMA. We're really toning it back right now. But so you guys are still in school. How does a trip to Thailand, does that fall on like your summer break? Would it have to kind of fall in that time period?
I would say, yeah.
Right? I mean, we're not
our age right now. We don't even remember when spring break and summer break was for school, man.
I don't know, dude. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure kids go back to school in
we try to plan it actually in August, because it is more feasible for people to get that last little vacation in before kids go back to school. Kids are usually still out of school, but the young guy missed a couple of the first days. We let it slide because he was getting worldly knowledge. He was getting some real culture. I mean, he probably got more culture in than half the teachers that,
So, I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know if that's a topic of conversation a lot of people are ready for, but there's, a wealth of knowledge that's available to you, and in an experience like that, then you're going to get in the icebreakers that you do in your classroom during the first 2 days of school. Right, where we're like learning each other's names and call me Kev, not Kevin, or or whatever. I mean, come on, give me a break.
Call me Young Gun, or it's an uppercut.
Yeah. So, Shaun, so I've seen a lot on your Instagram recently too. Spending a lot of time really in the youth Muay Thai space. Now you've obviously kind of done everything, from professional fighters, adults. You yourself have fought professionally. We talked about that a lot the last time you were on with us. How is kind of coaching and training younger athletes like this different from someone in their 20s or older, or does it get your juices flowing a little bit differently? Like, how cool is it to see these guys compete compared to somebody a little older, things like that? What's the biggest difference there?
Yeah, it's definitely cool because back when I was growing up, there was really none of this. Combat sports, even MMA, was still groundbreaking, where they were taking boxing guys and fighting judo guys, and
Oh, yeah.
kempo guys were fighting policemen from the street that thought they were tough, or guys were going in there with their combat boots and no gloves, and it was wild, And
Yeah,
so that
kind of
was
miss
like,
that.
You're not wrong though. Now that I'm
but,
thinking about it, like
so
even when I trained,
there was
there was
nothing, so it's
yeah.
really cool. It's really cool that these guys have the space to be able to do this, and it's also cool because when you've gone through the trenches and climbed the ranks like I did, through all the evolutions of the sport, and seeing Muay Thai grow in this area and kind of coming up with it, riding that wave at the right time, it's really nice to see that these guys have so many opportunities, but it's also like a glaring path that they could seriously, like, kind of ride some of this stuff that has already been carved out for them, and they could make these trips to Thailand. They could actually make some of these dreams that seem like it's like really far fetched, but I think over the years the world has gotten really small, and we've got really connected over the internet. We've got really into travel over gathering and like accumulating material stuff, where like even kids nowadays are putting a lot more emphasis in having experience rather than like, hey, buy me like the new Pokemon thing for my birthday or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's less of that. Like, I think it's awesome to see that these guys are like detached from uh video games, or like sitting in a dark room or being like weirdo kids. You know what I mean? Like, they're out here, they're doing stuff, they're being social, they're doing more than just teaching little kids. They're teaching adults, and they're actually running parts of this gym as if they owned pieces of it.
That's
They're
awesome.
doing a whole apprentice program. They're 2 of 9 apprentices that are helping me grow the business, run the business. They're creating content. They're running classes for kids. They're running classes for adults. They're running camps when there's school vacation. So they're learning a lot more than just Muay Thai. They're doing all kinds of things to grow themselves in life, to grow a business, to be able to see how the world works from a super young age.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. 'Cause,
Everything about that is incredible.
Me and him are both dads, and like we said, I have a young daughter. She's 3, and I grew up, not only watching martial arts, but I grew up wrestling and training it. So my goal as a dad, maybe not be my wife's favorite thing, but mine is to, get my daughter into, some sort of, judo, Thai, whether it be kickboxing, karate, something at a young age. And, Murky or Evan, same thing for him. Just something we find enjoyable. Just we're passionate about fighting in general. So it's really cool to see the youth kind of growing. Cause like you said, Shaun, when you were started training back then, and even when I was growing up, I don't recall even thinking about like, youth Muay Thai. When I was in my gym, I was a 16-year-old kid who just went into a Muay, like an MMA gym, and I was training against guys who were like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like there was no kids my age who were in there who were training Muay Thai. So to see how the sport has evolved and how big it is now, like it's super cool that you guys get that opportunity to come into the sport at your age, and then now your guys are doing great things in it. So that's cool.
All right. Well, I don't know, Dirty, do you have anything else? Any other questions for these guys before we let them go?
No. Anything you guys got for us? Shaun, you're official coach now, right? No more fighting for you, or
I'm an official coach. I am working on growing these guys in the apprentice group. I'm helping them kind of grow themselves, and I'm working some more kind of back office stuff.
sure.
Writing some books and doing some online courses. I got some stuff kind of like irons in the fire right now. So
no more cooking up spinning back fist, dude.
no more cooking up spinning back fist. Nope, I'm chefing up some other stuff.
I was gonna say the last time when we had you on and Nick had asked you about that we made a little short clip off that podcast on the Chef Boyardee cooking up spinning back fist, and that actually went like pretty crazy on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, it did pretty well.
So sad to see you not cooking that up anymore. But now what we get to see, you bringing up these younger fighters in the game, and really is going to have a significant and longer lasting impact on the world and the sport as a whole, more so than what you yourself are able to accomplish in fighting.
I think that you said it perfectly. I think that doing what I'm doing now, I'll be able to accomplish more, like bringing these guys up. I think that's perfectly said.
Absolutely. Well, listen, it was an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely.
Kev, Aaliyah, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to try to get over the event in April. Kev is no lie 4 minutes from my house where I'm currently sitting.
Let's get down there, bro.
Yeah, so I might have to bring my kids with me, but whatever. I'm gonna figure that out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
It's a family trip. We're all headed down.
Well, I'll put them in the car seats and we're coming.
Love it.
But again, anybody that's watched this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, rate the show on Spotify, 5 stars if you like it. We're trying to drum up some of those as well. Any more shout outs you guys want to give before we end it?
Yeah, make sure you follow these guys on Instagram. That's Young Gun, Kev, and Aaliyah Dorval.
We'll make sure that we put the links to each one of their. We'll put the links to each one of their Instagram pages in the description of the video. Make sure you follow them, as well as Shaun Schubert and Red Seal Muay Thai. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Pleasure having y'all.
Thank you.